Hey guys, Dr. Todd again. I just got off a podcast with Jared Woodruff. We spent 2 hours talking. He'll whittle it down to an hour or an hour and a half. But Jared's putting together an amazing podcast series. This is one of the pilot episodes. It's going to go really well. I'll put the link in the comments or send me a message and I'll get you to it. But something that we talked about really is something that I really wanted to expand on here. And it's a quote by Einstein. Einstein said that the most important decision we make is whether we live in a friendly or a hostile universe. The most important decision we make is whether we live in a friendly or a hostile universe. Things I want to emphasize here. First of all, it is a decision. Einstein called it a decision. It's not subconscious. They didn't understand subconscious in Einstein very well. Einstein wasn't a psychotherapist. He called it a decision, the most important decision. It's not the second most or the third most. The most number one important decision you make is whether we believe we live in a hostile or friendly universe. So if we believe that we live in a friendly universe, imagine how the universe looks differently to you than if you believe you live in a hostile universe. If your universe is friendly, when somebody cuts you off in traffic, that's not them being a jerk. That's them, having a different set of beliefs or doing the best that they can with the tools that they have. They're not doing anything to harm you, or if they are, that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. They are still friendly. They're just operating with the best tools that they have within those confines. If you believe your universe is friendly, then you believe that everything is going to work for your good. And let me take that a little bit differently. Tony Robbins says this a lot. He says that the things are happening for you, not to you. And if you believe things are happening for you and not to you, or to put it in the biblical tense, we know that all things work together for the good, for those that love God and for those that are called to his purpose. All three of these sayings, Tony Robbins, Einstein, and the Apostle Paul, all point to the same thing. And that is, if we believe good things are meant for us, we will see good things. If we believe bad things are happening to us, we'll see bad things. This is called the law of attraction. Law of attraction is really simple. It works like this. If I were to tell you, if you were to look around the room, wherever you are, and you look for the color red, right? Look around, you see the color red, okay? All right. You could tell me how many things you see are red immediately, within seconds. Now, if I were to tell you and not only that, you're going to start counting things that aren't red. You're going to count things that are pink and burgundy, and maybe, is it purple? Is it red? I can't tell. You're going to count those things too. If you're looking for red, you're going to find red. But if I tell you to close your eyes and then tell me everything you saw that was brown, you're not going to think of a single thing, right? You're going to struggle. Maybe you'll get something, maybe. But you're not going to cheat and say pink is red. You're not going to look for tan and call it brown, right? Law of attraction says this, simply, where focus goes, energy flows. Or where you are looking, the things that you're looking for, your eyes will see. Your mind will be attracted to, right? It's the same reason why if you're going to go buy a Jeep, or maybe you just bought a Jeep, before you go buy the Jeep, you start seeing Jeeps everywhere, right? Law of attraction. Your mind is trained to look for Jeeps. There's something in your mind that does this. It's called the reticulating activator, right? Reticulating activator. Reticulating activator's only job is to filter down. Because right now, if you think about it, so if you're looking at your computer screen, you're going to see your eyes perceive, you're in this entire room full of things, right? And the room that I'm in, my eyes can perceive that the colors are kind of green up here. If I keep looking here at the camera, I can see that there's green. I can see there's a lamp, and I kind of got the shape of the lamp, sort of. There's a red cup over here, right? I can see there's a window over here. I can kind of see my driveway, right? But I can't see all of those things. They're all fuzzy because I'm focusing here. The reticulating activator's job is to focus. And so if I'm trying to focus on a Jeep, I'm going to see more Jeeps. And so if you're thinking about buying a Jeep, you'll see more Jeeps because your reticulating activator is saying, go look at Jeeps. If you're trying to look for the color red, your reticulating activator is going to find the color red. And if you're trying to find a friendly universe, your reticulating activator is going to find a friendly universe. And by the way, the universe is immensely friendly. Yeah, there's bad actors out there, but those actors are just doing the best with the tools that they have. right? I'm not saying be blissfully ignorant. I'm saying that the universe is a beautiful, wonderful place, and that if you believe life is happening for you instead of to you, those things that are bad, that are always, always, always meant to make you a better person or to help you do better things and have a better life, they will, because your brain is literally physiologically wired to do that, right? Right? Your neurotransmitters are designed to find the path of least resistance. It's what we call it's called neuroplasticity, right? It's just a big word that means plasticity means that they're not rigid. They're able to be remolded. So sort of like a river, where if a river overflows its banks, it can find another pathway. Since your brain is used to doing this, it's used to going through the same rivers. And that river is, I live in a negative universe. If you start believing it's a positive universe, you can start literally biophysically changing the pathway that you're on and start believing that the world is in a friendly universe. And then that becomes your reality. So I hope I'm not all over the place here. So let me just do it like this. Law of attraction looks like this. If you believe you live in a friendly universe, believing itself is enough to rewire your brain physically. And if you believe that more and more, that the bad things, the things that are the bad actors, those are not part of the universe that is a good, friendly universe, right? When the bad things happen, they're things that are meant to be good for you. All right, you follow? So what that means is, if you believe the universe is conspiring to make you happy, successful, and whatever else that you're looking for, if you believe that all things are conspiring to make that happen, they will. And the way that you respond to those things will be dramatically different than if you believed that the universe is out to get you. Your default, if you're like most people, is the universe is out to get me. Universe is not out to get you. No way. Universe wants you to survive. It wants you to thrive. Your problem, very simply, is your brain. Your biological brain is just like everybody else's biological brain. You're not special. Your biological brain's only job is to keep you alive. And because your biological brain wants to keep you alive, it's going to look for the things that are going to be most likely to cause pain, and then it's going to run from that pain. Your biological brain looks for bad things. It's like our predecessors, when they were out on the savannah or wherever they were, and they step out of their hut. Is it safe? Is there a cougar nearby? And once you see the coast is clear, you calm down. But you start looking for every little thing. Or like when I was a kid. When I was a kid, we used to sneak out of the house. Sorry, Mom. You knew I did it. We'd sneak out of the house. And every time we would see a shadow move, we were convinced it was my parents that are just hiding behind a street pole trying to catch us. We were sure of it, convinced of it, because our brains went to the worst case scenario. Or you're convinced we do the same thing. Who hasn't done the thing where you you turn off the lights downstairs, now it's pitch black, and now you run upstairs because there's clearly a ghost, right? You feel the energy of that. Your brain is trained to run from things that might cause pain, so you're looking for things that are painful even when they're not, right? Law of attraction says, if you look for the things that are good, you will find the things that are good, and the things that are bad, you won't find. They're not there because they're not bad, right? Again, don't be ignorant, but look for the things that are good. You'll see much, much, much more good. And the bad doesn't have to be part of your reality. It doesn't have to be bad at all. It can be part of things that are meant to make you better. We call it effective blaming. Effective blaming is somebody does something against you that really is bad. Well, effective blaming means that you blamed them for helping make you stronger. You did this thing. Thank you for making me stronger. Right? That's effective blaming. So that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you watch and stick around more. And again, make it your mission today to make somebody else's life better. I'll see you next time. Make sure you check out that podcast.